When it comes to the internet, a lot of people are just extremists for engagement. And not just the internet, but you might find in real life as well. And the example I got is basically, I think we need to talk a little bit about Dr. Umar, right? Dr. Umar Johnson. You might have seen he's like a black dude, Pan-Africanist. So he's basically like FBA, full black American or whatever, and he's supporting that movement. And he's basically telling all the dark skinned people and light skinned people that you can only that are like have black heritage or African heritage, that you can only date people who are within your like a similar tribe or who look like you, right? And it's like, this is a message that I guess I've taken on as an ideology in my young life, and even kind of up until recently, like last year. And it's like an ideology that has been around for a long time, right? This has been around even before Dr. Umar became relevant or famous. But it's an ideology that I've kind of fallen in and out of throughout my life. And you know, I only now, I guess, understand and realize that it's wrong. And oh, I say only now, but only up until last year, like I understood, now this is wrong, you know. Um, and I came to this conclusion because I mean, I just said, well, what's like, what's really the because I've been on a spiritual journey as well over the past, almost for almost a year, since like August last year. So during the spiritual journey, I mean, I've just been finding out like a lot of, I've just been like seeing the world differently, essentially, right? And that's basically what's led me to this conclusion. But I said, if someone could grow up with a similar life experience as me, they could go to public school, they could have played a sport, you know what I'm saying, in their youth. Um, they could have grown up with two parents like I did. Um, they could have grown up in like a kind of like a poor socioeconomic class like I did, except the only difference is that we represent a different racial identity and have a different phenotypical background. Because in the matrix, I'm considered to be black. I'm a dark skinned guy, and this other person is considered, I don't know, for example, be Hispanic, and they're like a he's like a light skin like guy, right? Or a light skinned woman or whatever, right? And so it's like, but we've had those same experiences growing up, right? We've lived similar lives, but we look different. Oh, but because so we look different, we shouldn't have any type of relation with each other, business or intimate at all. I just think that's wrong, because we're all souls at the end of the day on this earth. And I believe that if you work on yourself, you kind of have self-improvement. I know it kind of sounds a bit cliche saying that now, seeming as that, we've seen a lot of content about it over the past few years. But self-improvement is literally just self-improvement, not listening to these creators that are talking about it, but just doing it in your own life. You'll find that along the journey, it's kind of like you you just start leveling up in life and seeing things differently as you're going through that self-improvement journey. And then the further along you go through it, I feel like, once you're ready, the universe will kind of start sending you people that are right for you in your life. And you might get a great business partner come along. You might get like a great intimate partner come along. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that you're supposed to communicate with for an extensive period of time in your life, and maybe some older people you're communicating with, and now they've been, now they've vanished or whatever it is, right? They're not in your life anymore. And you got some new people in your life who are better for you for this new phase that you're going through. And so I just like, and this has happened for me. All of this stuff is happening, and it's happened for me. Like, I'm in a relationship, I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? And people would say, but you it looks like from the outside looking in, it looks like you want like mixed race kids, or you but no, we just connected on a level where it was like, I was looking to connect with someone anyway, and it just happened to be that she looks the way she looks, I look the way I look, but we connected anyway because we kind of have similar life experiences, and we got similar characteristics and goals that we want to achieve. We've talked about raising a family together and how we do it, kind of a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it's bound to progress over time because we're both young, and things in the world change, and so it'll look a little bit different over time. But the point is that we just connected because we liked each other. We saw something, we see some things in each other that we like, and we're willing to invest time into it in order to see that develop, and build a stronger bond. And so, but in the Matrix, she would be looked at as like a light-skinned woman, you know, you know, and it's like, okay, but what, like, this has no relevance towards compatibility. So I just think that the message of like, oh, stick with your own and all this type of stuff is like, yeah, but if you're not compatible with someone that you look like, then it's actually just a massive detriment to to your life and their life in general, you sticking together because of this racial identity thing. I am not my race. I'm just I represent my race to a degree, but at the same time respect that I'm an individual and I have my own perspective on the world based off of the things that I've been exposed to that cannot be changed because of what I've seen throughout my childhood, and it's making me into the man I am today. So people have to be a little bit more individualistic and just understand themselves, and not go off of purely off of the word of other people because they're telling you to do so. Like, you have no authority over who I can entertain in my life, you know? So yeah, and it's like he's saying all this, and I mean, on a side tangent, we're still waiting for the school he's talking about that he's been opening. Supposed to have been open the last few years, he hasn't opened it. Looks like he's kind of like leading people on for their money. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the main message of the video. The main message is just like, mess with who messes with you, you know.